back with the next chapter of A Treasure Discovery by LizzeXX. Um, we're on the second part of Father's Day, and basically, last chapter, Angel and the Doctor discovered that the TARDIS was like gone, or at least the inside was gone, and Rose was kind of being like, I don't know how to explain it, but she pulled out her phone. She pointed out that a song wasn't out yet, so she's making Pete suspicious of certain things and that. So, but anyway, enough of all that. Let's get on to chapter 8. If you would like to follow along, link to both fanfiction and archive are in the description below, so you can pick and choose which one you want. So, let's get started. Chapter 8, Father's Day. Sanctuary. As the wedding guests milled around outside the church, Stuart's father stepped out of it, talking on a massive mobile phone. Half the guests haven't turned up. You're better off not being here. It's a disaster in the making. He glanced over as a few people walked into the church. No, in this case, knocked her up is the phrase I'd use. Watson, come here, we need you, came the reply. Hello, he frowned. Who is this? He looked at the phone. Watson, come here, we need. He hung up quickly as the car with ribbon covering the bonnet pulled up outside the church. Stuart came out and turned to his dad. Dad, get inside. You can't see the bride before the wedding. It's bad luck. Bad luck when you met her. I tell you, this day is cursed. Stuart turned to walk back inside, holding out a hand to his dad's face to block him out as he followed him in. That's what I call a marigou. I don't know what that word is. There again. A brunette woman gushed as Sarah Clark, the bride, stepped out of the car. Listen, do what Stan said and go around the block. There's people missing, a second blonde woman remarked. What do you mean missing? Sarah frowned, adjusting her veil. There's no Dave, no Satinina, no, the first one replied. No one's on a flag, the second one added. Oh, my train is detached again. You should have used Velcro. Sarah muttered, looking back. What? Yeah, stop your belly aching, a younger Jackie called, getting out of the car. Take pose a sec, will ya? Behind one of the women a carriage top with an adorable 6-month-old Rose inside. Oh, isn't she pretty? Buzzman cooed. She's a little madam, that's what she is, Jackie replied, making her way to the gate with the first one. Oh, I need more hands. Where's the useless article of a dad got to? Just then, Pete and Rose rounded the corner in his car. And suddenly, the same car that had nearly killed him appeared out of nowhere. Dad! Rose gasped, seeing it. Pete swerved sharply left to avoid it, beeping his horn, nearly crashing into a wall around the churchyard. He turned around in his seat, looked back, and the other car sped off while Rose looked straight ahead, shaken. That car, he said. Same one as before. He quickly got out and looked around. It's right in front of us. Where has it gone? He blinked, turning to Rose as she got out as well, catching something. You called me Dad. What'd you say that for? Oh, wonderful, the voice said. They turned to see Jackie standing there with the carry top. Here he is, the accident waiting to happen. Rose turned to gape at her. You'd be late for your own funeral. It really was. What's the matter, son? Pete sighed. And who's this? Jackie looked disdainfully at Rose, who continued to stare. What are you looking at with your mouth open? Your hair, she breathed. What? I've never seen it like. She paused, noticing Jackie eyeing her, confused and insulted. I mean, it's lovely. Your hair's lovely. She swatted the baby and took a few steps towards it, eyes wide and shocked. And that baby you're holding. Jackie quickly held the baby closer to her, protective. That would be your baby. Another one of yours, is she? Jackie glared at Pete. You saved my life, Pete defended. Oh, that's a new one. What was it last time? I didn't even know her, Pete rolled his eyes. Before explaining to Rose, she was a cloakroom attendant. I was helping her look for my ticket. There were three duffel coats all the same. Somehow the back collapsed. We were under all this stuff. Are you playing around? Rose looked at him, scandalized. What's it got to do with you, what he gets up to? Jackie sneered at her. What does he get up to? You'd know. Oh, 'cause I'm that stupid, Pete scoffed. I play around and bring her over to meet the missus. You silly cow. But you are that stupid. Can we keep this stuff back home? Just for now? What, with the rest of the rubbish? Jackie shook her head, not noticing Rose growing more upset as they fought. You bring home cut price detergents, toilet water, better Betamax tape, and none of it works. I'm drowning in your rubbish. She turned to Rose. What did he tell you? Did he say he's a big businessman? Because he's not. He's a failure. Born failure, that one. Rose needs a proper father. Jackie, I'm making a living. Keeps us fed, don't it? Stop it! Rose shouted, making them both shut up. You're not like this. They swallowed, not having expected this at all. Nothing her mother said could have prepared her for this constant fighting. You love each other. Oh, Pete. Jackie shook her head at him pityingly. Never used to like metal. Well, I don't know. Maybe he did. Jackie, wait, just listen, he began. If you're not careful, there'll be a wedding and a divorce on the same day. Jackie turned and stormed off with the baby who had started crying. Right, wait here. Pete turned to Rose. Give us a couple minutes, the missus. He turned to walk away and then back to her, taking the vase out of her hand, exchanging it with his car keys. Tell you what, straighten the car up. Stick it around the corner or something. Don't cause any more trouble. He walked off, leaving Rose standing by the car, tears in her eyes. The red haze focused on a small playground, children running about everywhere. In that very same playground around the corner, there was one little black boy sitting on a swing, watching as one by one the people started to disappear. Jeff, the boy called, looking around until he was the last person remaining. Scared, he hopped off the swing and ran out the gate. Rose watched silently as her mother and father talked a few feet away from her. I'm not listening, Jackie said quietly, much calmer than before, but still very sad. Just a double coat all over again. Jackie, sometimes a double coat is just a double coat, he told her earnestly. Things will get better soon, I promise. I've had enough of your daft schemes. I never know where the next meal's coming from. I'll get it right, love. I promise. One day soon I'll get it right. Come on. Rose smiled softly, watching them recoil, when suddenly that same little boy ran around the corner. Monsters! The boy cried. Coming to eat us! What sort of monsters, sweetheart? The blonde woman asked. The aliens? They started laughing. The boy just ran to the church. Rose watched, taking the boy far more seriously than anyone else. Rose! She heard a woman called. She turned around to see Angel the doctor running towards her. She smiled in a rather pleased manner. Get in the church! The doctor shouted, his voice full of warning and urgency, full of more warning and energy than ever. A smile fell, especially when Angel looked to the left. Rose followed her gaze, only to see a giant black creature with two wings and a tail appear out of thin air. She screamed as it flew at her, but the doctor knocked her out of the way just in time, both falling to the ground. Angel ran over, quickly helping them out. Get in the church, the doctor repeated, ordering the crowd inside. Everyone ran to the door, stopping short when another creature appeared before them. Oh my god! The blonde woman screamed. What are they? The guests in the church moved to the doors to see what the commotion was about. What the commotion was. Inside! Angel yelled to them, spawning them. The creature turned on them, those having just peeked out now trying to come out. Stay in there! The doctor commanded them. Stuart tried to get back in, but his father didn't listen and tried to run for it. The creature immediately flew to him, encasing his body with its wings. Sarah, horrified, tried to run into the church. The creature dropped down before her and she screamed, but then, instead, went after an old priest. The doctor and Angel quickly pushed the guests in. In! Angel shouted. In! Get in! More creatures appeared, diving towards the church doors. The doctor managed to shut them only moments before they reached them. The creatures screamed as they hit the door, trying to get in. Everyone started to panic, talking amongst themselves as the doctor looked around at the shadows of the creatures by the windows. They can't get in, Angel called, confirming his thoughts. Oh, windows and doors. The older something is, the stronger it is. Like you. He would have smiled at the compliment, but his mind was otherwise occupied, and so he just nodded. What else? A creature wailed outside. Go check the other doors. Move. He ran off to check the doors on the right, while Angel took the left. He pushed against the wooden door, testing it, as Jackie ran up to him. What's happening? She asked. What are they? She shook his arm. What are they? An accident with time travel, Angel answered, honestly, from the other end of the room, not seeming to notice the woman's scoff or disbelieving stare. Not quite aware that most humans didn't believe in time travel just yet. It's creates a wound in time, like an infection. I try to take advantage of it. What do you mean, time? Jackie glared at her. What are you jabbing her on about? Time. Oh, I might have known you'd argue, the doctor muttered, earning a glare from her as well. Jackie, I'm sick of you complaining. How do you know my name? She demanded, turning back to face him. I haven't got time for this. Hold on. I haven't got time for this. I've never met you in my life. No, and you never will unless I sort this out. Now, if you don't mind, I've waited a long time to say this. Jackie Tyler, do as I say. Go and check the doors. He pointed towards the doors near the back of the church, his voice leaving little room for argument. Jackie blinked. Yes, sir. He grinned, very pleased with himself, as Jackie walked away. Should have done that ages ago, he commented to Stuart as he approached. My dad was out there, he began. You can call him later. Right now we've got to concentrate on keeping ourselves alive. My dad had, there's nothing I can do for him. No, but he had this phone thing. I can't get it to work. I keep getting his voice. The doctor dialed the number and pressed the phone to his ear, only to hear, Watson, come here, we need you. Watson, come here, we need you. His eyes widened. That's the very first phone call. Alexandra Graham Bell. He handed Stuart the phone again. I don't think the telephone's going to be much use. He made to run and check another door when Stuart called over. But someone must call the police. Police can't help you now, the doctor told him. No one can. Angel looked over from checking one of the other doors as he slowly approached the group. Nothing in this universe could harm those things. Time's been damaged and they've come to sterilize the wound. He walked straight to Rose, staring at her meaningfully, like consuming everything in sight. Rose took a shaky breath. Is this because Is this my fault? He gave her no answer, only a look. Yes, yes it was. He walked past her, moving to help Angel as Pete glanced at Rose. His brow furrowed before looking at his daughter in her mobile cot. Outside, the creatures swarmed all over London, all over the world, people disappearing everywhere. The doctor stepped into the church anteroom where Peter was testing a door, making sure it was secure. He glanced out the window, Pete joining him. There's smoke coming up from the sea, but no sirens, Pete commented. I, I don't think it's just us. I think these things are all over the place. They did the whole world. The doctor wasn't listening though, just staring out the window grimly, watching the car that was meant to kill Pete appear from nowhere, tires screeching as it rounded the corner, driver throwing his hand over his face before disappearing. Is that a car? It's not important, the doctor replied after a moment. Don't worry about it. He turned and left, Pete still staring out the window. The creatures clambered against the church, trying to get in, as Rose sat alone in the back room, looking as though she'd been crying. Pete walked over through the side door, his hands in his pockets. These mates of yours, he began. What do you mean, this is your fault? Don't know, she sniffled, tearing. Just everything. I gave you my car keys, he said suddenly. She turned to him, her eyes red. You don't give your keys to a complete stranger, he struggled, trying to make sense of it. It's like I trusted you. When I met you, I just did. A word in time. Rose chewed her lip. You could be Dad. I can see it. My eye, Jackie's attitude. You sound like her when you shout. He reached out and touched her face tentatively. Rose closed her eyes to feel it. She dropped her hand, but Rose pulled it back to her face. You are, you are, you're my Rose. You're my Rose grown up. He threw his arms around her, pulling her to him as she sobbed. Dad, my dad, my penny. The doctor and Angel danced around the church, checking all possible exits as the creature slammed against them, and Stuart and Sarah approached them. Excuse me, Stuart called. Mr. Doctor. And the doctor muttered, not looking at him as he turned to watch Angel check a small side panel of the wall. Right, and Miss Angel, she called, looking over her shoulder at them to offer a smile. Nice to meet you. He quickly spoke. You seem to know what's going on. I give that impression, yeah, the doctor replied, checking the lock on the door beside Angel. I just wanted to ask, can you say that? Sarah cut in. The doctor turned to face them, walking towards them, just observing them. Who are you two, then? Stuart Hoskins, Stuart introduced. Sarah Clark, she added. She looked down at Sarah's bump. I'm an extra. Boy or girl? I don't know, Sarah rubbed her stomach. I don't want to know, really. Buy a bow, Angel called to them. The doctor looked over at her. Hair bow or bow tie? She blinked, frowning as she stared at him. Does it matter? You have to wear all sorts of things. He chuckled, shaking his head at how that wasn't very specific, but turned back to the humans. How did all this get started then? Sarah smiled as Stuart began to explain. Outside the big box club, 2 in the morning. Street corner, she laughed. Lost my purse. Didn't have money for a taxi. I took her home. Then what? The doctor smirked. Asked her for a date. Wrote his number on the back of my hand. Sarah nodded. Never got rid of her since. Stuart grinned. My dad said he faltered, recalling both what his father had said and also what had happened to his father. That's all right, Angel said, standing up and walking past them. My dad hated my sister's mate, and they were happy together nearly 300 years. Sarah and Stuart blinked as she walked to the other side of the church. They weren't sure if they should take her seriously. They looked up at the doctor who just waved them off. Angel was white and decided what to say or not say around humans just yet. It was entertaining though, and more often than not, he learned little things about her from what she said. They talked a lot actually at night when Rose had gone to bed, not needing as much sleep as a human, about quite a number of things. For little slips like this, he liked learning new things about her, much like she liked hearing him talk. He looked up as the reapers, shrieked outside. Sarah bit her lip, tears in her eyes. I don't know what this is all about. I hope we're not important. Who said you're not important? He frowned at her. Sounds like she would think that. I've travelled to all sorts of places, some things you couldn't even imagine. But you two, 3 quarter, 2 in the morning, taking a taxi home? I've never had a life like that. Yes, he nodded. I'll try and save you. We both will, Angel agreed, walking past them again. Sarah smiled at them both, laughing thankfully through her tears. Rose sat in a side room of the entertainment with her father, sniffling, still a bit tearful. Oh, God, he muttered, still trying to wrap his head around everything. I mean, I'm all ready, Dad, but Rose closed up, and she's you. And she's you. It's wonderful. I suppose I thought that you'd be a bit useless. What by useless genes and all, but Rose laughed slightly as Pete stared at her, fascinated. How'd you get here? She really wants to know. Wanna know? Yeah, time machine. Pete was stunned. Time machine. She smiled. Bless my heart. He started to smile as well. What, do they all have time machines where you come from? That's the doctor. And Angel was in. Sort of. She's traveling with the doctor right now. Did you know these things were coming? No? God, no. Head spinning. What's the future like? Not so different. What am I like? Have I gone grey? You laughed, but Rose couldn't answer. Just looked at him. Have I gone bald? He asked, his smile fading. Don't tell me I've gone bald. But Rose still didn't answer. He cleared his throat, getting a bad feeling from her silence. So, if that bloke isn't your boyfriend, and I have to say, I'm glad, because being your dad and all, he's a bit old for you. Rose laughed. Have you got a bloke? No, I didn't have. Rose began when the sound of running footsteps reached them. Mickey! Jackie shouted. Suddenly, a little boy from the floor ran up to Rose and threw his arms around her legs, eyes shut tight. Do you know him? He asked. I just didn't recognize him in a suit, Rose commented. Son, you have to let me go, sweetheart. She didn't know pride in his arms from around her and he stepped back to Jackie. Always saying that, she added under her breath. He just grabs hold of what's passing and holds on for dear life. Jackie sighed, putting her arms around his shoulder. God help his poor girlfriend if he ever gets one. Me and Rose were just talking, Pete began. Oh yeah, talking. The rose comes to an end. What do? Clings to the youngest blonde. Rose looked upset by that but didn't speak. Come on, Mick. She took the boy's hand and led him away. Pete made to follow, but Rose grabbed his arm, pulling him back. You can't tell her. Why? He frowned. I mean, I really don't want you to tell her. What? Do you not want people to know? Where I come from, Jackie doesn't know how to work the timer on the video recorder. Pete grinned. Showed her that last week. Rose nodded and his grin faded. Point taken. And that's the end of chapter 8. So, it doesn't look like there's any picture in this one, so it's probably going to be the next chapter. For those of you who are confused, with on Archive, there are like pictures for each episode that will feature Angel in them. But yeah, it's probably gonna be the next chapter, sound image. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this chapter. If you did, leave a like, go leave a review or comment, kudos, all that. Go leave. We're done now. So go. We're done. And yeah, be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every Friday and Saturday. And I'll see you guys next Friday with a new video.